Hi, welcome to Red and Black TV again, the independent anarchist voice of the malcontent. I'll briefly mention the March for the Homeless demonstration, which, as you know, took place last Wednesday. It was excellent, very spontaneous atmosphere, but it was mostly unreported, apart from Russia Today that gave it the headline treatment. Again, more people could have attended. They would have as well if it had been better advertised, but hey, it happened, and there's much more to come on the housing front. So, what of the mind-numbingly but plain boring election so far? Neck and neck? I think by now most of us would like to see Cameron and Miliband's scrawny necks on the chopping board. Despite any phony Labour surge, I'm convinced it's the Tories in front, and they're going to stay that way. The Conservatives will win the popular vote come May the 7th. That is to say, they'll get the highest number of total votes. Yes, there are that many turkeys still voting for Christmas, and they will gain, just barely, the highest number of seats. So Cameron will be the first leader to get a bash at forming a government. Obviously a coalition that nobody voted for, again. The main question is, however, who forms a government? Can they govern? So why will the Conservatives win? It's because they've been fighting this election for over a year. Labour have no answer to their momentum. The obvious bribes to the electorate, pitiful as they are, inheritance tax, social housing sales, fares freeze for the hordes of Tory commuters, pension rejigging, and any other bright ideas that they will throw into their toxic brew. As predicted here, the Tories are even having the brass neck to portray themselves as the party of working people. And believe it or not, there's enough voters out there still willing to lap up this gunk. The election in England, rather than Scotland, is all about a couple of 100,000 swing votes, and that's it. As for Labour, they are being outmanoeuvred on all levels in this election, but they just don't realise it. Again, as predicted here, they won't be breaking any promises to us, because apart from fiscal responsibility, as they highlighted in their manifesto, which basically means just screwing us all, they haven't made any promises. So far, there's been no election airing on the streets or anything like that, apart from media reporting, overkill and propaganda. Unrelenting from the Tory supporting press as well, that propaganda. And it's all photo and camera opportunities. So therefore, so far, so bad. The Tories will win, whatever that means. Less than 3 weeks to go, but it has all the mark of the inevitable, right through to the headlines in the Tory press in the day before May the 7th, which is, of course, last-minute swing to the Conservatives. Tory voters are total conformists. They go along with the system, support it 100%. Well, many of them think it's a bit too soft, actually. On polling day, if they were hesitating, they will do their duty after reading those headlines. In short, the Tory vote is motivated, Labour is not. Meanwhile, the system continues to show its true and ugly face. Serial child abuser Lord Janner, Labour, who sits on the plush benches of the upper chamber, is unable to stand trial for his crimes against children and young people, his sexual crimes. Reason? Alzheimer's. It's a Pinochet job. I saw a film of him walking around, a bit doddery maybe, care of the television on Friday night, but it was only filmed a few months ago. Unfit, though, to plea. Ed Miliband expressed shock at the revelations. So what? He didn't know about it? Top guy in the Labour Party. Real Prime Minister material that. Oh yeah, and one other thing. There's a full-scale war in Yemen. Hundreds of children dead and maimed. Thousands made homeless. Helpless civilians bombed to oblivion from the skies. Soon there'll be thousands dead. Starvation, disease. All the victims are Muslim. But it's the Saudi state committing the atrocities, not Israel. So where are the mass street protests from the anti-war coalitions? The Muslim community? Nothing. Nothing at all, apart from deadly silence. Makes you think, doesn't it? All politics is a sham.